On the morning of November 14, 2019, a night shift lorry driver traveling along Singapore's Pan Island Expressway claimed he encountered something impossible. A full Indian funeral procession, crossing all 4 lanes of the Pai at 2 in the morning. No police escort, no blocked traffic, no sound. And according to official records, no funeral ever took place. The witness, identified only as Ravi, had worked overnight logistics routes across Singapore for more than a decade. Friends described him as practical, quiet, not religious. He drove frozen food deliveries between Tuas and Changi 6 nights a week and knew the Pai almost mechanically. According to Ravi, strange things sometimes happened on overnight routes: accidents, shadows near the road divider, people appearing where they shouldn't be. But he never believed the stories. Until the night he saw the procession. Ravi said traffic had been unusually light near the Bukit Tana stretch of the Pai. Then he noticed brake lights ahead. Not sudden braking, just vehicles gradually slowing down, as though every driver could already see something in the road. At first, he thought it was a construction crew. But as he got closer, he realized people were walking across the expressway, around 20 of them, all dressed in white. Some carried oil lamps. 4 men carried what looked like a funeral bier covered in marigold flowers. Ravi rolled down his window, expecting shouting, chanting, instructions from police, but he heard nothing. No footsteps, no voices, not even the sound of rain. He later described it as a pocket of silence moving across the highway. The mourners never looked at the stopped vehicles. They simply continued walking, calmly, slowly. One woman near the back held a brass plate with incense burning on it. Ravi remembers the smoke clearly because it moved sideways, despite there being no wind. As the bier passed directly in front of Ravi's lorry, the cloth covering the body shifted slightly in the rain, just enough for him to see a hand. He described the skin as gray, swollen, almost waterlogged, but what disturbed him most was the bracelet around the wrist. Ravi claimed he recognized it immediately, because earlier that same week, he had seen the exact bracelet on a migrant road worker killed near Tuas during a nighttime collision. A worker whose body had supposedly already been cremated. The procession reached the opposite side of the expressway and disappeared behind a concrete divider. Ravi waited. He expected to see them continue onto the roadside path, but nobody emerged. He checked his mirrors. Nothing behind him, nothing ahead. The entire procession had vanished in less than half a minute. The other vehicles slowly resumed driving, as though nothing unusual had happened. When Ravi returned home, he searched online traffic alerts and police reports. Nothing. No road closure, no funeral permit, no accident near the Pai that night. But one detail unsettled him even more. Historical records showed that before sections of the expressway were built in the 1970s, the area had contained several small burial grounds connected to old plantation communities. Some were relocated. Others were simply paved over. Ravi continued driving for another 4 hours before stopping near Changi for breakfast. That was when he noticed gray ash scattered across the passenger seat of the lorry cabin. Mixed within it were crushed marigold petals. Ravi reportedly refused to drive the Pai night route ever again. And according to co-workers, he never spoke about the incident after 2021, except for one final statement. He claimed that every year, during the November monsoon season, he still sees figures standing silently near the expressway divider in his rear-view mirror. To this day, no official report connected to Ravi's account has ever surfaced, But among overnight drivers in Singapore, there is still an old warning whispered during monsoon season. If traffic suddenly slows on an empty highway, do not look directly at the procession.